Hi, we are the group Unimarket. My name is Sofia Vasquez and I am the UI UX designer. During the sprint, I focused on the creation of the AI outfit stylist feature, which from an ethical perspective, I focused on creating an experience that was helpful and personalized without being invasive. Since the users uploaded images for the AI analysis, the interface clearly communicates that these are only used for recommendations and are not sold in the application. I also considered the accessibility and sustainability because this feature encourages clothing to be reused, so we reduce textile waste and overconsumption. Also, the local storage and offline support were implemented to support unnecessary network usage. So finally, we reflect on the ethical implications of the AI-generated recommendations, and our goal was to promote creativity and sustainability choices rather than encouraging excessive consumption or harmful stereotypes. Now, my teammate Isabella is going to continue.
Hello, my name is Isabella, and as the recommendation systems designer of Unimarket, in this case I focus not only on personalized recommendations, but also a shopping cart feature in order to improve user experience. In this case, I focus on privacy because ethically it's important to consider when using behavioral data such as likes, activity, or user engagement in general in the app. Also fairness in order to avoid algorithms that favor only popular products, popular sellers, so they have a much more consistent experience. There's also a social impact since there is an access to a marketplace. We need to be able to understand the buy and selling interactions of our users in the community, and also environmentally it promotes the transactions of secondhand clothing, so it reduces waste. Ethical implications basically sum up for recommendation systems that they need to be more efficient, fair, and responsible in order to promote balance and trustworthy relationships. Now I'll pass it to my teammate Joseph.
Hi, I am Joseph, the AI feature developer for Unimarket. In this sprint, I reflected on the ethical implications of the AI outfit stylist. The biggest concern is privacy. Users upload photos of their clothing, so we make sure images are processed locally and temporarily, never stored beyond analysis or shared without consent. There is also a fairness risk. AI stylist model can reflect narrow aesthetic standard, potentially excluding diverse stylists common among university students. That's why we treat every recommendation as a suggestion, not a verdict. Users stay in full control, and transparency is non-negotiable. Every result is explicitly labeled in AI generated, so users always know what they're interacting with. Now, Mariana, my colleague, is going to share her perspective from her role.
Hi, my name is Mariana and I am the analytic pipeline developer for Unimarket. One of the most ethical considerations that I consider is the environmental impact and responsibility, because on the positive side, we're promoting second-hand fashion that helps to reduce textile waste, overproduction, and carbon emissions caused by fast fashion. Nevertheless, the platform also has the responsibility to avoid encouraging overconsumption over the label of sustainable shopping, because if users buy more clothes simply because they are cheaper, the environmental benefits may be reduced. Another key ethical issue that I consider is the data privacy, because we're going to save location data, payment details, messaging history, and user preference, so we must ensure this data is stored securely and not shared without consent. Overall, this app should balance the sustainability goals with the responsible consumer behavior and strong protection of user privacy. Now, my colleague Juliana is going to explain her ethical considerations.
Hi, I'm Juliana and I'm the data analyst of Unimarket, and one of our main ethical goals was to create more accessible and sustainable marketplace for students. With a barter feature, users can exchange clothes without depending only on money, making the platform more inclusive while also encouraging clothing reuse and reducing textile waste. At the same time, this creates responsibilities around trust and transparency, because users we know that need clear product information and fair interactions, so exchanges remain safe and reliable. With these new features, the project tries to use technology to promote sustainability, accessibility, and a more responsible consumption habits within the university community.
Unimarket is more than just a marketplace app. Through features like barter system, we are creating spaces where students can access clothing in a more affordable and sustainable way, while also encouraging the reuse instead of fast fashion consumption. At the same time, we have ethical responsibilities as developers. We need to make sure that users feel safe, interactions are transparent, and sustainability is communicated honestly. In the end, the goal of the project is not to only build the technology, but to use technology to create a more conscious, collaborative, and sustainable student community. Thank you.